All right, everyone. Devon Bell here, CEO and founder of Global Currencies. And what I'm going to do for you real quick is break down the concept of auto trading. All right, and for those of you who don't know, I'm going to tell you what it is. For those of you who do know, I'm going to show you how Global Currencies auto trading actually works. All right, now for those of you who don't know what it is, uh, think of it as sort of an investment. Okay, possibly a bank account, a savings account where you just, you let it sit there and you let it earn you money. Instead of earning you, less than 0.5%, we're talking, over 100% in a shorter period of time. All right, now how does that sound for an investment? All right, and so, somebody asked me a few days ago, you know, uh, Devon, I came across, GC's Auto Trader. You know, this is your competition. This is what they're doing, and I said, you know, okay, what does this have to do with me personally? And he said, well, how is your Auto Trader different? He was really excited because we post about it a lot. All right, and before I talk about that, auto trading is just taking traders such as myself, some of my associates, Damon, Derek, Troy, a few others, and you take some of your hard-earned money, open another account, and theoretically we trade that account for you, and this is a service many places provide. Your broker has what's called mirror trading. There's other signal providers out there, other auto traders, and through tons and tons of research, I was able to put together possibly the best program. All right, and this is why. I found the site my associate was talking about, and I literally just copied and pasted their numbers here. I'm not going to mention any names. That's why I took off all the individual traders' names. I just want to go over their statistics, and what I found was kind of questionable. All right, so I'm gonna break that down right here in this video. All right, so starting off with, you know, um, I'm gonna explain to you what auto trading is not, uh, potentially. All right, so just looking at a few stats right here, you know, we see that these traders haven't been trading for that long. Okay, 1 to 2 weeks. All right, so that's for me, you know, as an investor, 1 to 2 weeks isn't enough data for me because there's nothing saying that, okay, this guy, he might have made $162 and 36 cents, but that's not saying that he's gonna make me $325 every month. Okay, there's not enough data. Same goes for this $370 trader, who made that in a week, which is good, but there's nothing saying that he can do that every week. There's nothing saying that he's not going to lose $130 next week. 1,000 pips, that's huge. And down here we have traders who are trading for, anywhere from a year to 2 years, you know, 46,000 pips in just over a year. A year is 52 weeks, and this trader, he made $1.5 thousand in a year. Okay, and for those of you who don't know what auto trading is, uh, generally, $1.5 thousand in any investment. For me personally, that's not my choice. Um, this $8,000 in 2 years, you know, that's that's not ideal. Is it an investment? The answer could be yes, it could be no, but it definitely is a investment. All right, and so you know, after looking through this site, I kind of found some numbers that were questionable. All right, I'm not going to show you their site, but what I found just looking at their numbers was that they would show you these future results. Okay, now past performance doesn't guarantee future results. We all know that, but their future projections, if you kept putting in the information and increasing the time, you would get numbers similar to this. Okay, so from a $5,000 investment, adding $1,000 every year, You're taking $7,000 and making it into $40,000. Okay, so how is that possible, right? When you come back here and this is the same growth percentage, right? So that's saying in 2 years he's going to make about $3,000. Now, how does that translate into this 40 grand? And so, I know a lot of people who are putting upwards of, $20,000 to $30,000 in a auto trading account, which, you know, I'm gonna tell you why that's not the best case scenario. Unless that trader is actually trading the full $30,000 or the majority of that money, it's just sitting there. Okay, it's not accumulating interest. That money is just sitting there, and you can't use it for anything else. You can't use it for other investments. So, in this scenario where this trader earned $8,000 in 2 years, a little over 2 years, that's, at 130% growth, he probably started off with about 5 grand. All right. And that's your overall growth to $8,000 in 2 years. That's not a significant investment. In no way is this financial advice. This is just, my personal preference, and I'm providing you with information so you can do further research and look at the numbers and really see what you're getting. Because, the difference of 8 grand to $40,000 is huge. All right. So, I also found that this website, they provided what's called a risk multiplier, which is, somewhat similar to, GC's lot multiplier. It limits you, their risk multiplier limits you to 4. So that's basically saying you're quadrupling your risk and you're quadrupling your rewards. Okay. So in this scenario, had you started 143 weeks ago, all right, and all these statistics I just copied and pasted from today. Today is June 1st, 2016. All right, so had you had hopped on this 2 years ago with, the same balance as the auto trader, you would have, you know, upwards of 8 grand today. Okay, now had you had started with a risk multiplier of 4, you would have had 32 grand in 2 years. And for some people, that could be significant. But at the same time, I know, taking 5 grand, away from the money that you have now and letting it sit for 2 years, I know that's significant for a lot of people too. So, I mean, that's also something you have to consider is how long they've been trading. Not necessarily have they been trading for too long, but how is their gain reflected to the amount of time that they've been trading? Okay, this scenario, this column right here, um, it's not necessarily, you don't have to worry about that right now. Okay, your overall growth, that's good. You need that for when you come here to your compound interest calculator. And again, like I said, putting $15,000, away in an account, that's not, that full amount isn't even close to being traded. It's just sitting there. All right. So in 2 years, that's saying that, $17,000 is going to get you $104,000. Now, no matter how you look at it, uh, all of these traders combined isn't going to get me that $104,000 in 2 years, much less 1 year. All right, and this is just information that I found. Their system for simulating these results is based on a compound interest calculator. Not every mirror trader, signal provider, auto trader uses compounding, but I found that this company in particular did, and so I wanted people to know right off the bat that's not what you're doing. All right. Now, with that said, remember, you know, every place is going to have the initial balance of the account. Okay, so if they're starting off with 5 grand, if they're starting off with 5 grand and you want to use 6 grand, then by all means do that. Look at their risk reward, look at, the trades they're placing. They'll always show you their trade history. If they don't, then don't go forward with them. But if they do, look at the lot sizes they trade. Are they only trading, you know, 2 to 3 times a month? If that's the case and you're comfortable with having extra money just, sitting there, then by all means go ahead. But if you want somebody, who's trading more, uh, these traders up here, they're obviously trading more, even though their growth isn't as significant, based on their actual account balance, they're still making more money. All right, but their history doesn't give us enough information. All right, so that's a few things to consider, to take into account when you're looking at a few of these services. They're compounding their results as opposed to, just showing you the actual, you know, it's almost in a sense hype. All right. Now, as I said, I'm going to talk about GC's auto trading and, how we differ from our quote unquote competition. All right. So with global currencies, all right, and in most situations, other companies, you're limited to, one, two traders that, you have to set up different accounts for, pay for multiple traders, and, in this scenario, you're limited to two auto traders. All right, so even two, you know, in a matter of a year would make you, you know, 2 grand, or in the very best case scenario, $8,000 a year. Now, global currencies, as of right now, we have six traders. All right, six auto traders. These traders, they, we have taught them, they have mastered a market, or, in Forex, we call sessions. And there are four major sessions that take place every day: the London, New York, Sydney, and Tokyo session. So we have one trader specific to that session. Uh, we have a killer trader who only trades news releases. So anytime a major news event happens, he's there. I know professional traders who will, withdraw their trades from the market and wait till the news dies down. Whereas this killer, he waits for those opportunities because the market spikes. All right, and he has a strategy where he profits. He profits from news releases, and that's all he trades. Okay, and we have a trader who just kills the USD MXN, which is the peso, the US and the peso currency pair, and that's all he trades. So when you combine all of this together, you know, ideally you are making, these traders are, you know, different time zones, different sessions. So instead of having, one or two traders who trade, once or twice a month, once or twice a week, these are traders, that trade for a living. All right, they've replaced their job with trading. They're living off of it. All right, so now you have six traders who trade at different times of the day. All right, six traders, one account, meaning you get all six of these traders, trading on your account. And that's huge in the marketplace, because let's say one of our traders, and you can go, once you sign up and you go into our, our back office, the what we call the students panel, you actually be able to see their profiles, see who they are. You'll recognize them when we add you to the group, and you can see their history. Um, and these are all traders that myself and Damon have trained, and Damon is also one of the traders, and these are guys who make anywhere from 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, in some cases $10,000 in a day. I've seen off of a $500 account, a $300 account. Derek, you know, um, he's going to be trading the London session for us, and he's taking a $10 account and turning it into $1,100 in a week. All right, these are the people that ROI, return on investment, is significant. Okay, and that's why a lot of people in GC are, really, this concept is really growing on them, because this isn't anywhere else out there. All right, so 6 traders, 1 account, 24/5, meaning, it's not a guarantee, but people are going to be active with trading. These are their personal accounts, right? They're trading their personal account, so this is how they make a living. So they're going to be trading, all right? And you have that to your advantage. Now you're copying all 6 of their trades, you know. Um, and with GC's auto trading platform, we have what's called custom risk management. There's a full tutorial video on that. There's a variety of parameters or settings that you can set. So no matter what your account balance is, some people only have $10 in their auto trader, and you know they're seeing returns on it. Just last week we had somebody start off with $300 and they made over $1,000 last week. All right, and this is all just the beginning. There's a lot. There's a lot that's coming into play. You know, we just released the 6 traders for 1 account. You know, and if you put that into perspective, nobody's really trading their time for money anymore. Meaning we're not working for somebody else. But if you put that into perspective, that's like hiring 6 traders to trade your personal account, and that takes a significant amount of money because even somebody with $1 million in their trading account and they're paying somebody to trade it, they typically only see increases of, you know, almost 1% to 1% monthly. Okay. And somebody, with $1 million, that's not significant. That monthly ROI is significant to us. It might be the, average household American income, but for somebody who doesn't have $1 million in a trading account, for traders who aren't even going to use close to the majority of that $1 million to trade with, that plays a major role on profit potential. All right, and we delve really deep into that in the university, which also comes with GC when you sign up. But my main purpose of making this video was to show people what to actually look for, what to expect, ideally, when you're looking at different, mirror trading or auto trading services. And when you see numbers like this, just know that this interest rate is based on the entire principal of the account. Okay. So again, if you put in $15,000, and I'll tell you up front, don't put in $15,000 in our auto trading platform. Okay, because these 6 traders, all of this, you can duplicate it. Okay, the power of compounding comes with duplication. So, not only do you have these 6 traders, but we have what's called supplementary accounts, right? And these supplementary accounts, you can have an unlimited number of them. Okay, and so what I tell people is take your profits from these traders. All right, take some of your profit for your living expenses, your bills, etc. Keep 10% of your profits aside, and when that 10% equals to, funding another account, then do it. Because now, in the case where a buddy of mine made $1,000 off of $300 within a week, I'm sorry, he made just under 1,100 in a week, and that wasn't from Derek. That was from 2 out of the 6 traders. Okay, in that situation, you know, when he goes to open up another account, that would have made him $2,000 in a week. Okay, he goes to open another account, that's $3,000 in a week, and it keeps going. Okay, and altogether, like I said, these are guys that individually make 500 to $10,000 in a day from what I've seen. So knowing that, you know, knowing to look out for these interest rates, because that's a big deal when you're looking at numbers. A lot of places they'll try to get you sold on this, taking $16,000 into $100,000, or taking $5,000 back into 40,000. A lot of people don't even make that in a year, and you're saying, somebody could set aside some money for a couple months and replace their yearly income. All right, but when you're doing that and you know, you're taking on an investment, look at it from all angles. And so in this video, I hope I was able to, explain to you what those angles are and different avenues of approach.
People couldn't see it. A lot of people didn't believe it. You were attacked. You were criticized. People were opposing you, but you kept on doing it. It was hard. It was rough. It was difficult. But to you, it was worth it.